Happy new month, happy new September, and I hope new things are coming along your way. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Kenyan Girl Chronicles with your host from the East Coast, Wanja Mohoro. This week we're going to be talking about imposter syndrome. I am so sure a lot of us have been going through this, especially now that it's a new month and now we're like really getting into, end of the year and what have we been doing and stuff like that. Do not let your imposter syndrome walk in and just slide by. Don't. We refuse it. So, what is imposter syndrome? Imposter syndrome is that nagging feeling that despite our achievements, we don't really deserve our success. It often affects high achieving individuals just like you and me. I'm so pretty sure that me and someone out there listening to me is like they've gone through this process. You've been in that situation where you're thinking, I really don't think I am well deserving of this, or you just feel like the achievements that you've gotten right now is really not it. Before, I did not know the difference between imposter syndrome and actual real concerns that I had that either made me feel like, oh, is this feeling trying to make me feel like I cannot be able to do this? Or is it a feeling that's making me feel like if I learned a different skill, I'd probably be good at this? So, how do you differentiate between imposter syndrome and actual legitimate concerns? So, imposter syndrome often sneaks in when you're stepping out of your comfort zone. On the other hand, legitimate concerns are rooted in areas where you genuinely need improvement. So, before I used to be telling myself, oh, maybe I can't do this, I can't do that. Bro, as I said, be delusional. Just be delusional. Go out there and tell yourself that you are meant for this. This is your thing. If it doesn't work out, you do it again. So I've told you what imposter syndrome is. I've tried to give you a small differentiation between a legitimate concern and an imposter syndrome. And I'm going to summarize it. And it's just basically imposter syndrome is trying to tell you you cannot do this. It's like when you're trying to move from a very comfortable situation to a very uncomfortable situation, and you keep telling yourself, I cannot, I cannot, I cannot, I cannot. But a legitimate concern is you're coming from this comfort situation into a very uncomfortable situation, and you tell yourself, for me to get out from this comfortable situation to this uncomfortable situation, there is a skill that I need. That is you being self-aware of what you actually need to improve yourself. So let me give you some points on how you can overcome imposter syndrome. So, the first point I have for overcoming your imposter syndrome is to recognize your achievements. Keep a success journal where you list your achievements, big or small. When you're feeling doubtful, flip through it and it's going to give you a boost of confidence. This is basically like the pot of gratitude, as I told you. Another point I have for you is have self compassion. So when my imposter syndrome starts creeping in, I try and tell myself that I'm actually good. I'm good enough. I'm good where I am. Or I'm great. Be kind to yourself. We often hold ourselves to high standards, but it is important to treat ourselves with the same compassion we offer a friend. Replace self criticism with self encouragement. When I saw this point, I thought about it and I was like, you know what? When they say practice self compassion, I always like, if I'm about to get to a point where I'm telling myself, bro, you're not good enough, you can't do this, you can't, you can't, I always put, like, I remove myself from that situation and I try and put friend into that situation, because I know that I'm not going to go and tell my friend, like, you're not good enough for this job, you're not going to not get it, you're not going to do it. Like, I know I will never go to my friend and turn them down into something that they're excited to. That's a lie. So I used to ask myself, how is it that I don't have the same compassion, or I don't have the same feelings, or I don't have the same patience as I have for my friends, for my family, for my siblings. Like, I'm always there trying to motivate somebody. I'm always trying to make them feel like they've really done a very good job and stuff like that. Why am I not telling myself that I'm actually good enough? Like, that's what I would say. So, point number 3, embrace failure. Understand that setbacks and failures are a natural part of growing and learning. Use them as an opportunity to improve and not as evidence of incompetence. Sometimes we keep a lot of failures at the back of our heads so that if something fails, you'll always remind yourself, like, do you remember that you did this and then it didn't work? If a situation is making you feel like a failure, or you've had multiple failures, try and look into that situation. What is it that you think you're doing wrong? Sometimes you just have to change the strategy. Another point is practice self acceptance. Always accept that no one is perfect and everyone makes mistakes. Embracing your imperfections can reduce imposter syndrome's grip on you. So basically, when you practice self acceptance, when you accept that everyone is not perfect, not everyone is actually perfect. Like, I've not ever seen one person who's perfect, even me. Like, do you see me? I'm supposed to be perfect. But aside from that, no one is, and you're not. You are gonna make mistakes, and it's gonna happen one way or the other. Try and embrace that. Accept your faults. Try and see where is it that you're going wrong. Make your mistakes, learn from them. Accept that you made a mistake and learn from that. This is how I can leave this episode on. Be on your delusional era. Be delulu. That imposter syndrome is coming out to get you, but bro, you're already out there to get it. One way or the other, always try and make yourself better. Always try and look at a scenario, a situation way better than how your mind would look at it, how the scared version of you would look at it. Always be looking at things as, do you know what? I'm the bitch. I can get that. I can do this. Always remember that while imposter syndrome might not be really good, it can serve as a reminder that you're pushing out of your boundaries and reaching for more. Embrace it as a sign of ambition and strive to always let it propel you rather than hold you back. So, thank you so much for joining me in this episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also share to everyone in your platform, just in case you never know who actually might need this. But until next time, bye.